How do you perceive work on this great Monday morning?
Oh.
How do you perceive work? Let's talk about that.
Let's drink a coffee.
Good morning, beautiful people. Hey, Premier Protein Pumpkin Spice Limited Edition, not a sponsor. Anyway.
Good stuff, though. Good stuff.
It is. Yesterday was September 11th, and a tragic thing happened 21 years ago. But hopefully we remember that and we learn our lessons from that. But on another note, why do we go to work? Why do we work for the man? Do we work because we want money? Do we work because we want to provide for our family? Do we work for our pleasures? Do we work for just because everybody else is doing it? Do we work for paying off debt and being enslaved by debt? Are we working because, we need to use our talents? What is the purpose of work?
Good question.
And an interesting thing is when you retire and you do absolutely nothing, you die sooner. Like, retired people still work. Now, they might not get paid for it, but they still do stuff at house. My father-in-law cannot sit still. He has to build something. And I love him for it, but we always just sit around. He doesn't want to sit around.
Unless he's watching a Western.
Unless he's watching a Western. Then
he'll do that.
Then that's, you can't bother him on that.
No.
So anyway, why do we work? Why do we get up and we it's Monday morning, I go to work, blah, 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 blah. Don't we enjoy our work? I always tell my kids, get a job that you like, and then it's not a job. It's a privilege, or it's a joy to go to work. And I enjoy both my jobs immensely. Immensely enjoy both my jobs. I get to be a big nerd and get paid for it, and I get to be a preacher and be with people.
For Jesus.
And there for Jesus. Jesus. So why do we work? Well, Colossians chapter 3, see, I told you the Bible has all the answers. Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 through 24 has a whole different perspective than the world.
Ooh.
And a whole different perspective than what Christians usually go to work for. And I think this is a wonderful saying. I think we should put this on a mirror. We should put this somewhere in our job, somewhere we can see that we're going to the job because of this, not because of that, or whatever that is. Now, all those are good, providing for your family, getting money, paying off bills. Those are all good. But why? What's the purpose? What's the foundation of that? So here we go. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters or human bosses. Since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. So really, it's not your boss that you're working for. I don't work for Nate, and I don't work for Chuck Patterson. I work for God. And then, because I'm working for God, they can trust me. I'll be honest. I won't steal. I'll keep the information, in my head. I'll do all these things because I'm working for God, and God is my judge, and God is my boss. And then, who reaps the benefits is Nate and Chuck. That's who reaps the benefits. Who reaps the benefits at church? The leadership and the people there. Because I'm honest, I keep things in my head. I'll counsel people. I'll help people. I'm working for God in reality. As a Christian, you're working for God. And so you're going to do the best job you can. You're going to serve the best because you're doing it for God, not for your human bosses. And so when we complain about our bosses, maybe we're complaining to God because he's really our boss. And he's the one that puts people in leadership, and we should be serving God. And so when we serve God, we love our enemies. We serve our enemies. Even if your boss is your enemy, you still need to love and serve that person. And so I think this is a great way to start Monday morning, that you're working for God. So my challenge is for you, who are you working for? Think about that every day you go into work. You're not working for your boss. You're working for God. So do the best job you can, because the reward is heaven more than a paycheck. I love you. Jesus loves you too. You have a great
Monday.
Oh, yeah, it is Monday. All right, love you. Bye.
Monday.